Absolutely. Yes.
Wow. I
I've
was
tried.
getting scared. No, it's okay.
So, so happy to have you on my channel.
I'm so happy too. And congratulations on your 1,000 plus subscribers. You know, it's a yay!
You
It's a
there.
whole
Thank
vibe,
you.
you know?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a journey.
I know I'm trying to give up, but then I'm like,
No,
are you what? Because every
don't
day is like a different day.
give up.
Oh, nice. At least you're here to motivate me.
Yes, of course. If you see me, you see that motivation. You say, if she made it.
I
Hmm.
know, I will also make it. You should do a
So,
video to ask us, I mean, to encourage us on, you know, not giving up. Like we just keep on pressing, and the tips you used, so you hit a thousand plus.
I will. I will.
Okay, thank you.
So, for the people that don't know you, because I
Mm-hmm,
know my viewers will watch it as a video,
mm-hmm,
so you will introduce yourself, who you are, mention your. But I will put a link of your YouTube channel so they can go and watch your videos.
mm-hmm.
So just introduce yourself.
Okay, and we only speak English here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Please.
of the audience. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know you. Yeah. Okay, so Queen's Lifestyle KE, and I'm currently in Poland. I moved to Poland like 7 years ago now, almost 7 years. Yeah, it's been a while. Is it 7 or 6? I think 6, heading 7, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah. So back then I joined as a student,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say had there was an European scholarship that was ongoing for the studies, so I managed to qualify and join as but it was not a fully sponsorship. It was more of partial, you know. They'll just give
Mm-hmm.
you certain amount for your to help you with few things, maybe food and
Mm-hmm.
accommodation, but then also fees, tuition fee was like half of what the normal price.
Wow.
Yeah. So back then it was more like it was a good deal, you know, compared to just doing everything by yourself. And that was, yeah, it was just a scholarship, a partial one. So, but it was just for a one-time period. It was like the trial type of scholarships that are limited. They come
Mm-hmm.
once and that's it. So, I mean, I was the lucky person back then. So that's how I joined Poland as a student. Yeah, and now I've been studying. I finished school, but I'm still staying here and trying to work. Oh, yes. So basically, that's how I joined.
So how is Poland for you? Like living there, working as a black
Mm-hmm.
person,
Wow,
black
I
woman.
know. I know. So I would say that initially when I joined, like for the very first maybe 3 years, it was okay. The first year it was so hard to find a job. I remember we
Mm-hmm.
were not working at all because you know it's Europe. They have different languages. I was not eloquent with any of the languages, especially
Mm-hmm.
their local language. So it was really hard to find a job. And you know, Poland is they didn't not everybody speaks English, maybe 20% or 30%, and mostly are children who are maybe joining school, maybe let's say 10 years and above. They are, you know, that the most, not all, but some, they are trying to speak English. So it was really hard, and it was hard to find a job. But
Mm-hmm.
after 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
we were trying, you know, and we also, I was, when I joined here, we were the very first few Africans here, and everybody was really scared to just, you know, looking at us. They're like, yo, where are you coming from? Like, you know, it was something hard for them to swallow. I won't understand, like, if I see a blue person in Kenya, I'll be like, why are you blue? Because it's something new. Yeah, so that's
Mm-hmm.
how they were, it was hard for them to mingle. I mean, they were trying to adjust, I would say, but it was really hard for us. But we managed, you have to grow a thick skin if you're moving abroad. That's one tip. You have to grow a very thick skin.
Exactly.
If you can relate, I know you can relate that.
I do.
You have to. I mean, you will end up crying every day because nobody cares. It's draining and all that. Yeah, so finding work the first year was really hard. We didn't have any type of job. We used to just go to school. The good thing with my program, it was English program. So that's why, if you might ask, like, how did I end up studying yet? I didn't know the language. It was an English program. That's why it was limited. It was like the trial on the market.
The market.
So true, yeah. So that's how I ended up having an English course. So after 1 year, we tried hunting for jobs during the summer, and we were able to find jobs. But the first job I remember I did was housekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
With this type of job, you don't speak to people, you're just there working. It's manual
Yeah.
type of job, and then you go home. Yeah, so if for the after 1 year, the type of job you were able to or able to do was either housekeeping or kitchen assistant, the type of jobs that don't require you to communicate with different, like Polish people. So I can mention a few that I did. I worked as a housekeeper. I did work as a kitchen assistant for McDonald's. I also did both. I can't remember, but those are the very few type of jobs that I did. But it
Oh.
was really hard. But with time, the country is developing. More more companies are venturing into the markets from the US, from the UK, from Australia, and now it's easy for you to find a job on the English type of language. Yeah, so that's how it is. I mean, now it's on a scale of 10, now we are somewhere at 7, I mean 6, 7. It's fair than, zero from the beginning.
Yeah. You're way
Yeah.
better than
Yeah,
Turkey.
maybe, yeah, it might be well. Yeah, because the attack issue come to Poland for jobs. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
Mm-hmm.
when you take, like, when you look back, would you
Mm-hmm.
advise someone to
Mm-hmm.
come to Poland as a student?
Well, now I will still advise someone to come to Poland as a student,
Mm-hmm.
but because, studying in Poland is one of the very most affordable countries to study in Europe.
Oh, really?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not expensive to study in Poland compared to the UK or Germany because you pay so much. But in
Mm-hmm.
Poland, most Americans, most foreigners, they tend to join Poland because it's way affordable in terms of studies, but not in terms of you wanting to stay, and have a citizenship. It's not something you'd want to do. But for studies, if you're looking for a country that is more affordable, then you can try
Mm-hmm.
Poland. That's for sure. It's really a good country to try your studies. But something else, I'm like, you know, yeah, we need you to sit back and try to think twice before you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how are you managing to stay in Poland for these years? So, do you renew your residence permit, or is it for how is it for you? Because in Turkey it's different, I guess.
Oh, well, I mean, for us in Poland, normally, you have, if you're a student, because you're given like up to 1 year visa. Sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
5 months, three, depends. I mean, with the person who's issuing you the visa. But
Yeah.
once it's complete without you finishing your studies, you can renew it by, we call it a TRC, a temporary residence card. So normally, if you're a student, they will give you a duration of up to when you are finishing your studies plus six
Mhm.
months. You know,
Ah.
yeah, because they give you like a grace period after your studies. Maybe you might not finish the semesters on time, so they just give you like, if maybe you are finishing on January, they will give you a stay up to mid June, somewhere June. Yeah, so once you're done with studies and once it expires, if you have not, because they assume like, they don't ask you to move out, they assume that maybe you would want to stay to further your studies or find
Mhm.
something else to do. So there's a type of, should I say program or something? Let me just say something.
Mhm.
Well, okay, let's group it like a category. So with this category, you can apply if you don't have a job or you don't have nothing, but they give you an extension for 9 months. Like, okay, within 9 months, you're just staying in the country trying to figure out if you want to further your studies or if you want to find a job. So you are allowed to stay in the country for 9 months.
Wow, that's so
Mm-hmm.
nice. And after you
Yeah.
get a job,
Well, if it happens you find a job, then you have to submit your documents to the immigration office,
uh-huh.
and they can so most probably the 9 months have to be over so that you apply again as a not a work permit, because if you have a Polish certificate for either your master's or diploma, it's bachelor's, let's say bachelor's, then
Mhm.
you can you apply. There's a way there are ways that there's a different type of form that you fill for the temporary residence card. So it's not a work permit, it's just a card that allows you to work,
Wow.
but only if you have the Polish certificate. So if you have this type of card, it's
Mhm.
going to be easier for you to switch different types of job, like if the contract is over, then you can switch without, not so many requirements. Because with the work permit,
Uh-huh.
if you change work, then the work completely destroys your card. So it's like you have
Oh,
to start, yeah.
ah, okay.
Yeah, because it's the company that it's your employer who is keeping you in the country. So if they terminate your contract, then they don't need you, and so they'll have to cancel your documentation.
Wow. Oof.
And you see, now it's really going to be hard for you to find the next one, you see. So, but if
Yeah.
you're a graduate, yeah, if you're a
Mhm.
graduate either for masters or for the, in Europe they call it diploma, but it's a bachelor's, then
Mhm.
the card they give you, it's like a temporary residence card, but it doesn't limit you in terms of job or work.
Wow, that's so nice.
Hmm.
I so I think the best way for someone to stay there is going as a student first.
Yeah, it's the easiest and the quickest way to join Europe, any other country in Europe. If you're coming in as a student, it's the easiest. Like, you're generating so much money to the country, so there's no way they can deny you the visa.
Yeah. Wow.
Exactly, yeah.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But it's
So
more expensive, joining as a student.
so how many hours can a
Hmm.
student work in Poland?
Well, I mean, until maybe 1 or 2 years ago, they had a
Mhm.
new law. You can work full time and also study full time.
Wow.
Yeah. And full time is up to 8 hours a day. But if you can juggle two jobs, it's also okay. It's okay for them. You can juggle two types of jobs at the same time.
Nice. That's
Hmm.
awesome. I guess Poland is a very nice place to be.
I think as a student below 26, it's a really nice,
Uh-huh.
because below 26 you don't pay taxes.
Wow.
And also everything public, it's
Uh-huh.
50%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything that is like for citizens, it's 50% for you.
No, if you are below 26, any
Oh,
non-citizen, non-a citizen, if just below 26, all the public services, they are
mhm.
50%. For
Wow.
instance, transport,
Uh-huh.
if you're supposed to pay like, let's say 100 bob, a
Mm-hmm.
normal, okay, I will say a normal person above 26, they will
Mm-hmm.
pay 100. But if you're below 26, then you pay 50 bob.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi. I think we will come there.
I mean,
We
yeah,
start.
I mean, most people come here as students. It's good to be here as a student below 26. It will benefit you.
Wow. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the way some people are being conned money. Like there people say there is a lot of job opportunities in Poland.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how people try to come there, but I guess they come there with a work permit, something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
with the
but
work, mhm.
uh
Sorry, you can proceed.
sorry, but I guess you have to get this work permit from Poland to your
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
something. Yeah, I saw this. There are so many agents in Turkey
Mm-hmm.
who take people to Poland, and they ask for a lot of money.
Oh,
It's a lot,
I
and
know.
the job is not even guaranteed. Like you will get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know how people. Would you advise someone to come there? You are not coming there to study. You know, there are
Mm-hmm.
so many people who don't have the urge of education, but they're
True.
just trying to move either to work to earn that
Mm-hmm.
little money. So
Okay,
how
yeah.
can someone go there just to work?
Okay, well, I think I'm not so familiar with this because I didn't join as a worker. But
Mhm.
what I can say is it's really hard to join in as a worker and assume that if you are maybe a manager somewhere, you have to forget that you're going to be a manager when you have to forget that you're going to assume the same role in this different country.
Tell
I
them.
think it's everywhere, even it's the whole of Europe or maybe even US. I'm not sure of the US, but I also saw this in the UK. So if you are a manager somewhere or maybe just mention any career, accountant or something like that, it's
Uh-huh.
not going to happen here again. You just have to let go of your manager. I mean, it might happen, but it will come after a period of time. It's not like I just moved to Poland, I found a job, I'm still a manager. It's not going to happen like that. So for sure, it doesn't happen simply because you don't have the local
Mm-hmm.
country's documentation. Like for instance, the certificates, they are not of this country, so that's why they
Mm-hmm.
can't give you a job. But if you keep working, so most jobs that you can end up doing if you're joining, maybe for instance, Poland, like the
Mm-hmm.
factory type of jobs, the factory, the back end type of job, like the ones I used to do as a first year, kitchen assistant, um, all that. But if most people who join and end up getting the corporate jobs, they
Mm-hmm.
join in and join in as a student. So if you come
Yeah.
as a student and you had the experience before, you might end up getting a very nice job, corporate job, because with
Wow.
that you have
Mm-hmm.
documents. You don't have a work permit. You didn't come in as a work permit with a work permit. You came in as a visa. So getting a job under a visa, it's really easier.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but
That's
yeah, it's really nice. I mean, that's why we say like as a student, it might be smooth for you, but as a work permit, Depends on
Mm-hmm.
the job, because when you apply for a work permit, they have to specify the type of job you're coming to do. So simply, it's most people that they bring to Poland for job, it's the factory type of jobs, non-corporate, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unless you want to come in and do such type of jobs, then yeah, it's possible for you. Because now they can't add you as a manager or at a front end person because you don't speak Polish. So
Wow.
that's why they can't, as much as you might have the skills and the qualities, the language still is the biggest barrier, I would say.
Yeah, I guess if you go to a country where they don't speak English, that's the
Mm-hmm.
same challenge you will face.
True to that. So I will give people very nice shortcuts
Mm-hmm.
if they want to come to Europe. If you are specific with the country that you want to go to, try and join classes in advance, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for instance you want to join Germany, go do German lessons in your country before you come. At least be on a certain level, communicative level, because there are stages. There is A level, B level, and C level. So at least know A level, like how you doing. You can communicate with one person, because if you're staying there, you will keep on learning with time.
Yeah.
So that's one the easiest way to kill, this thing. So at least learn the language before applying for anything. So it will be easier for you when you get there. It's easier if you're not content with the job that brought you there. It's easier for you to move to a different job because you can communicate. Yeah, so that's the easiest, I will say.
Yes, way.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what courses or which courses are in demand in Poland? Like you would
Or
advise?
to do. Well,
Yeah.
I will advise someone to do IT type of jobs, either
Mm-hmm.
software, clouding, and all that. So it's either IT or
Mm-hmm.
management.
Wow.
Yeah, business management or IT. That
Mm-hmm.
would be good. Something with nursing. I mean, is it nursing? Yeah, medical. Let me say medical. I don't see them so helpful in Poland, but if you have the skills, they're quite helpful in Finland, in Sweden, in Germany, in the UK. But in Poland, they are not that familiar. No, they
Yeah.
won't help you so much. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now then my last question for you, like, how
Mm-hmm.
is racism for for you? You know,
Oh, for
everyone
me.
has a different experience. So tell us about racism.
Oh my God. So it was really intense on my very first few years, maybe one or two, because, like I said, you are the very first few Africans in the country. So it was really weird for the local citizens. It was too much. Even, it was more like you are in taking a tram or a bus and you are sitting and nobody will sit next to you. You just end up sitting by yourself on all those seats. So, and everybody will ignore you. They wouldn't want to talk to you. They will assist their own. When they say like this is our own, this is blood, that's what they
Mm-hmm.
do. You might have, because I remember working in McDonald's and it happened that I had joined there for quite some months. I had the
Mm-hmm.
experience and I
Mm-hmm.
was really let me say a good worker. I'm not blowing the trumpet, but I was a good performer. And I
Mm-hmm.
was supposed to be lifted on a different level, like a kind of promotion, but I
Yeah.
didn't. And then
Mm-hmm.
there was the locals who joined in, like, I think after 2 months, they had the promotion and I was still there.
That's so bad.
I know, yeah. I mean, I didn't want it, but it was like, why would you do something like that? So At the end of the day, you just have to know your purpose, you just have to know your goals, you just have to
Mhm.
know why you are there and assume the rest. But I think most, I don't know, most country, every country, they are racist, but you just have to accept that and move on and try to grow the thick skin that you said before, because moving abroad is for the thick skin people. Very, the week you just end up either committing, I don't know, I don't want to speak so bad, but most people end up going crazy.
Yeah,
It's really tough. It's a tough decision to make.
yeah, it
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Wow, it was so nice to finally know your story, how you moved, how is Poland. You have taught us,
Hmm.
like, we feel like now we know something about Poland.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I hope we can have you here some other time to tell us your experience working in a factory because how is
I've
it?
also worked in a factory. Yeah, maybe next time I will say that.
Yeah, maybe you will tell us your how was it? Hmm?
Hmm.
You know, I know
Yeah,
people
for
love
sure.
this kind of stories.
Oh yeah, they do. It was a really nice experience. I hope they will ask me to come back so we can laugh together.
Of course, I know they will ask me. I know they will. They should go first of all. First of all, guys, you should go to her channel. She has
Hmm.
incredible about Germany, Croatia. Like this girl do travel.
Ah,
Like
it's not
do
a boring
travel.
page.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, people can visit. I also have a series, a playlist, I would say,
Yes.
for different guidelines on how to move abroad, especially in Poland as a student. So if
Mhm.
they're interested, maybe they can also watch and get to know the tips and all the skills that I've put there for them to watch.
Yeah, and they should
Hmm.
subscribe to your channel because you do an
Please,
incredible job.
thank you. Yeah, I mean, they have to subscribe to keep motivating me because I'm giving up
Bye.
and I
And
don't
they
want
should,
to.
yeah. And if they have any question, they can come find you on Instagram. Yes.
Oh, yeah, they can also check me on Instagram as Diana Nadia. Yeah, so
Mhm.
but there are also the pages on my bio, so they can
So
also
they can
know
find
check
you.
me there. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's also nice to learn about Poland, everything. So we
Hmm.
will come back to you again. We want to know everything about Poland. And
Yeah,
since we cannot,
I have 6 years. I have so many stories. So
we have so many stories to tell us about Poland. So I
to
don't want to keep my audience all about Turkey, Turkey, Turkey. I want them to know
oh
other
yeah.
places, you know,
Oh
and
yeah, for sure.
other people's experiences. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I don't want them to keep on thinking like Turkey is the only best place to move. There are
Okay, yeah.
other best choices for you to make to either Poland, Turkey, Germany,
Mm-hmm.
any other country. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this for you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. We are here
Mm.
to help people, so they don't say like, "Oh, we didn't know." We're just here to advise you and to give you the guidelines and for you to be able to know which country to choose for you to stay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it was so nice to have you
Oh,
and
thank you.
so if you have
Mm-hmm.
anything else to add or anything else you want us to tell us before we end our life, you can let us know. Oops.
Oh, sorry. Well, I will
Mhm.
say please subscribe to my channel, of course. I saw that you tagged me on your title. So
Yes,
if
I
they
did.
can't, yeah, they can find me, Queen's Lifestyle KE. And also, what else can I say? It's a pleasure being on this channel. I love the way you're pushing the content. Congratulations on your 1K plus.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. Yeah, so please keep supporting us, keep asking us questions so that we
Mhm.
can always find time to answer you and give you the correct guideline for you to, to be able to choose, like, am I joining in as a student, as a worker, as an au pair? There's so many ways you can join Europe, especially, yeah, Europe
Yeah.
to be precise. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you too. I'm honored
So
to be here. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
so bye bye. For now we will say
Okay.
bye bye, but we have to get you back here again.
No problem. I'll be honored to be here again.
So thank you for sharing your story, by the way. I
No
know
worries. Hmm.
it's not everyone who is like okay to share their story.
Yeah, for sure. Hmm.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Until next time. Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you too for coming.
Thank you. Bye.